saying, and you hate to see this, but you love to see the outcome. You know what I'm saying? You hate to see what they was trying to do to a black man, but you love to see the outcome because they was some ragamuffins. You know what I'm saying? For even attempting to do this. Right? Now we here with it. So, okay, so we're going to go straight to the end of the story, and then we're going to work our way back.
To Cincinnati.
By the way, this is... Make sure I put it on this one too. All right. This is... We're going to... Ohio local news. Always got to get the best from the local authorities. You know what I'm saying? Always the best from the locals. But Ohio local news, we're doing ABC 13 Wham, WHAM. Kind of makes sense for Afroman. Let's get into it. Hold on, move the screen a little bit up. No, not that. We're moving this up on this side. There we go. All right. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Cincinnati, Ohio tonight, where a jury ruled in favor of rapper Joseph Foreman, a.k.a. Afroman, in a defamation suit surrounding his viral Lemon Pound Cake music video. So here's what happened here. Deputies out of Adams County, Ohio, filed that lawsuit after Afroman wrote the song and used surveillance footage from a 2022 raid right here on his home in that music video. Foreman said he created the song and video to recover losses after deputies broke his front gate and caused other damages while searching his property. Now, he wasn't charged at the time with any crimes after that raid was conducted.
They broke into my house, put themselves on my video cameras, and into my music career. With my freedom of speech, I had the right to talk about the events going on in my life, with my family, with my friends, and with my fans. And God bless America. I'm really emotional.
Man, super patriotic right now. Listen, I ain't mad at him. At first, I was like, because when I saw the video, I was like, okay. And then I saw him in the suit. The way that I was introduced to him in the suit, I was like, okay, what is he doing? I thought he was messing up the case. Like, not because of the suit. He can wear what he want to wear, but I'm just like, okay. But once I understood what the facts were surrounding the case and everything and all of that, you know what I'm saying? He's standing on patriotism. He's standing on the American Constitution. He's standing on, you know what I'm saying? He's standing on his First Amendment rights. That first, people don't understand this, but first, the right is God-given. The First Amendment just protects your God-given right. But it's your God-given right to say what you want to say. So, you know what I'm saying? He's standing on the Constitution. He's standing on all of this. And I couldn't be happier for him for the outcome.
Now, those Ohio deputies claim they suffered mental distress as well as danger, including death threats, because of that viral music video.
Well, you shouldn't have did what you did. You were smiling all in the video. We gonna get into it. They were smiling all in the video when it was them raiding his place because they knew whose place they were raiding. So you were smiling all in his Ring camera and whatnot. Y'all gonna see it. We gonna get into it.
Asking the jury for upwards of $1.5 million in damages.
All right. So there's that. There's a Lemon Pound Cake video, but hold on. I know I had the other one. Will you help me repair my door? All right. This is the Will you help me repair my door is the video that I came across. So we're going to get into that, and I'm going to give it to y'all how I was introduced to this situation. So throughout this whole video, it's them raiding. You know what I'm saying? It's Winchester, Ohio law enforcement raiding his home. Man, just that car collection though. That car collection though. All right. What are y'all looking for? Like, this is crazy.
Will you help me repair my gate? Will you help me repair my door? Did you find what you was looking for? Will you help me repair?
Look at this.
My
Look at this.
and door.
Look at this.
Would you like a slice of lemon pound cake? You can take as much as you wanna take.
No, buddy was like, you can't see his face, but the way, if you see his nose angled down at that, he was looking at that lemon pound cake.
There must be a big mistake.
It's like an alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's like a crackhead at a drug bust. He's tempted. Buddy's tempted.
Would you like to have a slice of my lemon pound cake? The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping. The warrant said narcotics and kidnapping. Are you kidding? I make my money rapping. Why does the warrant say narcotics? Well, I know narcotics, but why kidnapping?
Like, that's why I said at the top of the video, I was like, okay, yeah, narcotics makes sense. It's the guy that said how you got high. But trafficking drugs is different than using an illegal substance. You know what I'm saying? Trafficking drugs is different. He has possession of drugs, okay. Trafficking and then kidnapping. Why? What's with the kidnapping about?
Let me ask you something, officer. Any kidnapping victims inside my seat pockets? Are there any kidnapping victims inside my suit pockets? You crooked cops need to stop it. There are no kidnapping victims in my suit pockets. Let me ask you another question. Is there 1,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets? Is there 1,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets? You crooked cops need to stop it. There's not 1,000,000 pounds of weed in my suit pockets. Let me ask you something else. Any kidnapping victims inside my CDs? Any kidnapping victims inside my CDs? The Adams County Sheriff Department, you can get these. There are no kidnapping victims in my CDs.
Okay, so you get the idea. You get the point. You understand what you know what I'm saying, what he's going for. Right? Now, the original video that they're mad at, we're gonna watch here, is the lemon pound cake video. The lemon pound cake video. This is one I haven't seen, right? This is one I haven't seen. But he's putting out this was dropped, this one in particular was dropped back in December 29th. It hit my feed, I guess because the case was blowing up within this past week, right? So like right before, like a day or two before the verdict was rendered is when this came across my feed. And then he dropped some other stuff, which, boy, y'all got it bad. Y'all got it bad in Adams County. Y'all got it bad because he's dropping names now. He dropped names. He made claims and dropped names on y'all. But we don't get to it. All right, so the lemon pound cake video from 3 years ago is what they're mad at, and this whole case was over. Talking about defamation and whatnot. We're gonna see what it's about.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake.
Hey.
He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. Got the munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He's a Adams County sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell.
That's
He
crazy.
was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell. What was that? Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok.
Hey,
lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He sees my cake and my porno mag call boom boom. Something happened to his camera on the way to the evidence room.
Hey, man.
Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun
This is
and
crazy.
cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok.
Hey, man.
Lemon pound cake.
All right, I will cut it there. We gotta move on. Y'all go watch it. It's on his page. OG Afroman. Listen, that's what they were mad at. Y'all gotta let some shit slide. Y'all gotta learn to let some shit slide. Let some shit slide. Let it ride before you make it worse for yourself. Before you make it worse for yourself, you gotta let some shit slide. Come on. Y'all was mad at that? So I bet. Hold up. I bet he was like, he got to be like the chief, the ringleader. Like he got to be the sheriff and the rest of deputies. And he put them all up to this raid. He had to put them all up to this raid. Or he put them up to the lawsuit because he was so embarrassed about the lemon pound cake stuff. You was embarrassed about the lemon pound cake stuff. But now, since you didn't press the issue, now you're going to have to do there's other stuff that came out. We're gonna get to it, but before we get to that, and shout out to Taji Killer Week, shout out to you. Before we get to the far worse satire, right, that the Afroman put out recently, because y'all drug his name through the mud and drug him into court and drug him through the legal process and the legal system and drug him away from his artistic expression and his ability to create revenue, probably drug him away from a tour, right? or whatever he would have been doing with the time that he spent in court. You know what I'm saying? Now, y'all done made it worse for yourself because he put out a couple of other videos, which is probably going to land him back in court again, but I don't give a damn. Because you shouldn't have did this over lemon pound. This was light in comparison to what I got to show y'all later on, so stick around. This was light. Other videos he made, he was not pulling any punches, and oh my God. Anyway, let's get into his him being on the stand and talking for himself, so you could hear it in plain English, no music, just Afroman talking for himself, right? And this is the clip that I was like, because the way that the camera hit him when he was wearing the suit, I was like, this man lost the case. What is he doing with the suit on? But then I understood the facts of the case. I was like, you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense. So y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. If this is your first time seeing this case, shout out. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Hit the notification bell. If you're a first time rocking with us, I'm going to try to do this every week, eventually till I can do this every day. And I will have more content throughout the week, pre-recorded content, for the socio-political verse, just breaking down stuff that we see in society. And I'll be looking forward to your input on that as well. So comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell and set it to all. All right.
Do you solemnly swear the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? As this, you shall answer unto God.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to seat.
Thank you, Your Honor. For the record, would you give us your name, please?
My name is Joseph Edgar Foreman.
You are known under the stage name as Afroman, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you create music videos and do performances, is
Yes,
that
sir.
right? How many states of the United States have you performed in, do you think?
All of them.
All 50.
Yes, sir.
And how many countries have you performed in?
I don't remember, but not all of them, but I've been to a few.
How many live performances did you do last year, roughly?
I don't know. Possibly 250. I don't know, but I don't know. That's a lot of days, but I don't know exactly.
And you have a residence here in Adams County, correct?
Yes, sir.
You've been performing for 20 or 30 years, is that right?
All my life.
All right. And is it fair to say that one of the first big hits you had was But Then I Got High?
Because I got high.
Because I Got High? And do you think it's accurate to say that that song has had over 300 million views on YouTube?
Sounds right.
You have a large presence on social media, obviously, correct?
Depends on your definition of large. There's bigger people than me, but I'm all right.
Humble.
And on Instagram, is it fair to say that you have 247,000 followers?
Yeah, I just got some of them the other day.
You got new ones coming all the time
Yes. Not all the time, just here lately.
because the trial's coming up?
Yeah, all the publicity from the officers lawsuing me is running up my numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Shout out to Adams County. You played yourself. All you did was make the man more powerful.
on YouTube, you have almost 1 million followers, 983,000, is that right?
I haven't looked. It was 977 last time I looked.
And on TikTok, you have about 392,000 followers?
I haven't looked at it, but that sounds kind of right.
You know when you post something that a lot of people are going to see it, don't you?
Yes.
When this search happened back in August of 2022, Mr. Foreman, you weren't at home?
No.
You were driving home from Chicago?
Yes.
And you got an alert from a family member that the sheriffs were there searching your home, is that right?
Yes.
And you were able to...
Shout out to the family member. Shout out to the family member. And shout out to you, my friend. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce your name. But shout out to you. Yeah, shout out Afroman, A Freezy. Absolutely. Absolutely. Legend in the game. Legend in the game. Appreciate you stopping by.
to turn on your phone and watch through your home security system what the deputies were doing for a period of time, weren't you?
Yes.
And is it fair to say you were angry and upset about this search?
I wasn't happy.
Right.
And is that why you posted the things we've seen this week, because you weren't happy?
No, I posted it because the sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, there would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
And because they executed a search warrant on your home, that gave you the right to post the things that we've seen this week on the internet?
Because
Is that right? Is that right, Mr. Foreman?
yes, for
Yes.
tearing down my door, not paying for it, not being apologetic, me being a sport, doing something peaceful to raise the money to pay for their damages, me having the right of the freedom of speech as an American to talk to my family, friends, and fans about what the sheriffs did to my home. Yes, I had the right to my freedom of speech. After they left, I had the right to kick the can and to do what I had to do to repair the damage they brought to my house.
Absolutely. Absolutely. 100% agree.
Yes, I did.
That includes the right to post the videos that you've just been posting up until Friday and beyond, right?
Yes, I have freedom of speech. I'm a rapper. I entertain. I write fiction, comedy. Yes, I mean, I entertain for a living like you practice law for a living. So I have to go to work.
Great answer. I love that answer.
The deputies left a warrant return at your house, didn't they?
I think they left something with my ex-wife. I'm not sure.
Well, you saw, as soon as the search was over, as soon as you got home, you saw a document that showed exactly how much cash had been taken from the house, correct?
I know I got paid $5,000 for the show that suit was in. I forgot that money was in that suit. But, I heard, I don't know what piece of paper I heard. I knew they took some money. I just knew they took some money. I knew it was 4,000-ish. I knew they took some money and they seized some money and some weed and some,
For sure.
I don't know what else, just minor stuff.
You knew how much money was in that pocket when you came home and saw the warrant return, didn't you?
It was $5,000 from back when I did that show. I remember it was $5,000. But anyway,
So is it your testimony that they actually took $5,000 instead of
No, I just know.
4,390?
I know when I did that show, it was with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa at Red Rocks in Denver. The balance of that show for me, they sent in a deposit, but the balance was $5,000. I put the $5,000 in my coat pocket. I got drunk, I got high, and I forgot to get that money, and I hung that suit back up, and that's where they got that money from.
So it was $5,000 they got?
Yes, it was $5,000.
Shout out to Afroman for getting 5,000. He forgot about 5 racks in his coat pocket. Like I be forgetting about having a 20 or 100 in a coat pocket somewhere. He forgot that he had 5,000. I'm trying to get like Afroman. I'm not even holding you. I'm trying to get like Afroman. I gotta get like A Freezy. I gotta get like Afroman in the game where I just get $5,000, stuff it in my blazer, and I forget about it. I gotta get like Afroman.
That was in my suit when I got paid in Red Rocks. Now, after all of this stuff, you know, whatever, it's I don't really know the complete number. It's 46, it's 430. The number bounces up and down. But all I know is I got paid $5,000 at the Red Rocks with Snoop Dogg and Wiz Khalifa when I played the Red Rocks in Denver.
And you got $4,000 returned, right?
I don't know the exact amount.
Well, you were there with the news when you got it.
Right, and the lady at the sheriff's station admitted that the sheriff's was short. You can go watch the 19 News.
You knew when you saw the warrant returned, didn't you, that the amount that they were saying was taken was actually more money than was in that suit pocket?
I didn't warrant.
That's why you brought the news to the sheriff's office when you got the money back, because you knew that they had miscounted the money and the number on the evidence bag was actually more money.
I didn't know nothing. The lady at the sheriff department just volunteered the information. I was sitting there, you know, if she had been, I might not even known I got ripped off. She admitted it live on Channel 19 News that the money wasn't right.
You remember in your deposition when I asked you, why did you bring the news when you picked up the money?
Yeah, I didn't want to get beat up or Epstein at the sheriff's station after I seen him running around my house with AR-15s. So,
hey, shout out to brother Christopher J, the BTSI show in the building. Shout out to you. Good afternoon to you, sir. Shout out to check out the BTSI show when y'all get a chance. Stop on by. Good to see you, Chris. All right.
So that's why I brought the news and my attorney. So to make sure I got out of that place with my money.
You brought the news to protect you physically.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't bring the news because you already knew there was a miscount and you were going to make.
I didn't know nothing about the miscount. I didn't know. I figured they stole my money. They turned my cameras off. So if you turn my cameras off, you must got something bad in mind. So yeah, I'm accusing them of it. You know, they turned my cameras off. I can't see what they're doing.
So your testimony under oath here today to these 10 jurors is that you brought the news when you picked up your money to protect you physically from being beat up or shot by the sheriffs, right?
Yes.
Bring added awareness to the situation because, you know what I'm saying, it could get swept under the rug. Nobody knows what's going on. Like I said, I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea that it was going on. And the first piece of content that I came into contact with wasn't the trial in and of itself. It was his video. It was his music video. And then I came across the trial. The video led me to the trial. And then I had to show my wife. I was like, hey, baby, you see, what does this man got on right now? But shout out to him because it's very symbolic and it's a very artistic thing to do, to be wearing the American flag. You know what I'm saying? And a little bit over the top for me with the shades on, but he's matching. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking it. I'm not knocking it because I understand it now. And he's standing on his God-given right to freedom of speech and the protection of that right granted to him by the Constitution of this nation. So I understand it. I understand it. He's standing on patriotism. He's standing on Constitution. He's standing on his ability as an artist to say what he want to say when he want to say it. And even though he's being held accountable for it in this moment, he's saying, listen, if y'all wouldn't have never did what y'all did, I wouldn't have shit to talk about. 100% agree. Let's go.
And they volunteered the information that the money wasn't right. That's just an extra something we found out. But I came with my attorney and the news to make sure the people running around my house with guns didn't take me into jail and do something.
Right. I can see that.
You had a safe in your home, correct?
2 of them.
2 safes. Did the sheriffs look into those safes, to your knowledge?
Yes, they did.
The deputies?
Yes.
And how did they get the combination?
I gave it to my ex-wife so the sheriffs wouldn't pull my safe out the floor, take it to the station and put something in it and try to say that whatever they put in my safe was mine. So I went ahead and gave my ex-wife,
That's a good point.
who I didn't want to give my combination to. It was just safer. I went ahead and gave her my combination so they could open up the safe and realize that they just vandalized somebody that don't even have nothing in the safe.
And do you know what was in those safes?
It was absolutely nothing in the safes.
Don't you keep jewelry in those safes?
No.
Didn't you tell me that in your deposition, that you keep jewelry in those safes?
I do.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home after the search?
I didn't put nothing in the safes.
Was anything missing from the safes when you got home?
Nothing was in them, so nothing was missing from the safe.
You talked to Randy Walters on the phone before you got home that evening during the search, or right afterwards, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
He told you that they were taking some money and some vape pens and a small amount of marijuana. He told you that?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to Jay Villa, the realist. Says, sup, Omni. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Just going over these proceedings, you know what I'm saying? Going over Afroman's testimony. Shout out to him for winning this case. He's giving great answers so far. I like the answers that he's giving. He seems a little, this is the most upset I've ever seen Afroman in my life. This is the most upset I've ever seen Afroman in my life. This is the most disgruntled I've ever seen him. And of course, you know what I'm saying? You asked me about something. My livelihood is on the line. They're trying to sue me for all of this money that they know I got, which is probably why they really raided him in the first place. It sounds like because some money ended up missing. So this was a jack move from the jump. This is what it sounded. The more and more that the lawyer is asking his questions, and the more he's giving his answers, it seems like a jack move to me. It seems like Adams County of Winchester, Ohio, was giving him a jack. Like this was a jack move. TBE Trucking in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Good to see y'all, brothers. Let's keep going. Let's keep building.
You knew, didn't you, Mr. Foreman, that there had been an investigation by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office into the discrepancy about the cash that was missing from your home, correct? You knew there was an investigation.
Yeah, I knew the sheriffs was investigating themselves.
Oh, that's how you saw it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And did you ever ask for a report?
TBE Trucking. Afroman always dresses like this in some form or fashion. Every time I see him, he has on a suit, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? He had one that was all in marijuana plants and whatnot and all of this. So yeah, he dresses more or less like this. But right now, I don't think he's not clean shaven. He's not as well kept as he is because he probably didn't have time for it. I'm thinking that, you know what I'm saying, this is like really, like usually when court stuff happens, it's disruptive to one's life and livelihood. So it tends to, you don't have time to shave. You don't have time to go to, you know what I'm saying, the barbershop and all of this. But he holding his own on the witness stand right now. He holding his own. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to knock how he look. At first, the suit was doing me in at first. But, you know what I'm saying? Now that I understand what the facts surrounding the case is about, it makes all the sense. He's an artist. This is what artists do.
You could see how bad this investigation of themselves really was.
Yes, I was trying to get involved any way I can. The investigation was going on without any of my participation.
Did you ask for a copy of the report?
I did. I asked for everything. I was trying to be involved. I didn't.
So you've seen the report?
No, I have not.
Okay.
I just saw it a few minutes ago.
Well, you had an attorney when you got the cash returned, correct?
At the station?
Yes.
I had attorney. Yeah, my attorney was present.
Did your attorney ask for a copy of this report?
It wasn't in it. When I got my cash back from the station, it wasn't an investigation until we realized money was missing.
Well, did you contact your attorney and say, hey, get me a copy of that report?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. While Mr. Klingler wants to talk about his client's attorney-client privilege and maybe waive it, Mr. Foreman does have attorney-client privilege with his attorney at that time. And we are going to assert that privilege because it's a privilege he has of right.
And so far he hasn't asked for anything privileged. So I appreciate the sensitivity, overrule the objection, and we'll pay attention. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Your testimony is you never saw a copy of Detective Robinson's report until today.
Yes, sir.
And that's because you didn't want to see a copy of the
I
investigation.
did want to see. You don't know what I want. I did want to see it.
You did.
I wanted everything that had something to do with my money coming.
And that was 3.5 years ago, correct? And you haven't seen a copy of that report that you wanted to see until this afternoon. Is that right?
That's right. I never had my money taken by cops. I didn't know how this go. I don't know about reports. All I know is live on Fox 19 News, the lady admits that her department is short $400 of my money. That's all I know. I don't know how to investigate police officers taking money.
That's all you know, and that's all you know today, isn't it? That's the whole basis of your claim that your money was stolen, is that the amount of money that was in the bags is different from the amount of money that was written on the bag.
Yeah, my whole thing is they never should have raided me in the first place.
That's your whole thing.
That's my whole thing.
That's the point,
That's my whole
isn't
thing.
it?
If they never would have showed up, there would be no songs about them. I wouldn't know who they are. Their faces would not be on my video cameras. None of this, we wouldn't be in this room right now if they hadn't raided my house and didn't press no charges, didn't even know what they was doing. This whole thing is their fault, and they're suing me for their mistake.
And so you don't really care if they stole your money or not. You're just mad about what they did.
I do care about if they stole them. Police officers shouldn't be stealing the civilians' money. So I do care.
I know who this lawyer is, but he's terrible. This is the lawyer that they have for the police department of Adams County. Absolutely terrible.
All of it is an outrage. This whole thing is an outrage.
You have no evidence that they took your money except for the amount on the bag isn't the same as the amount.
How about the lady admitting that she took?
Did you answer my?
She admitted that she took my money on live Fox 19 News. Go argue with the film clip.
Well, nobody,
go argue with her admitting that she took my money.
Nobody admitted that they took your money.
Well, whatever. Go look at her admitting that the bag is short because it stayed open all weekend long or 2 weeks. After Brian and Officer Cooley just left it and just mishandled it and didn't do it right.
Just so we're honest with the jury here, Mr. Foreman, nobody admitted that they took your money, did they?
They admitted it was short.
Yes. Nobody admitted that they took your money, correct?
It was short. She admitted, she said that it was short. And usually it's $10, $5, $2 missing. How does $400 even come up missing? Odd.
You posted videos about Brian Newland doing hard drugs and snitching on his friend, and you posted those based on rumors, didn't you? We can look at your deposition, but before you argue with me, but isn't that a fact that you made those allegations based on rumors you said you heard?
Hey, dog.
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile, and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him. Come to
What? Wait, I don't think. What? Wait a minute.
It's a fact. William Newland is a convicted pedophile, and Brian Newland is his brother. After I zeroed in on Brian, I asked about him. Come to find out, he's a large statutory rapist that has sex with all kind of underage girls. He buys them beers and gets them drunk and all kind. That's probably the reason he had to leave the Adams County Sheriff Department, because he beats up his wife and he messes with underage girls, and he had to get out of town and go get a job in Northwood.
All right.
Okay, I'm not laughing at those. So, I'm not laughing at those horrific actions. Just to be clear, right? I'm not laughing at those horrific acts that, you know what I'm saying, Afroman just listed off. Why isn't their lawyer saying objection? Why isn't the lawyer objecting? Could it be because it's true? Could it be because it's true? Could it be? It's just how my mind works. It's just how my mind works. Not one point in time did the lawyer try to interrupt him and say, Your Honor, objection. Can we go for a recess? He's bringing up stuff that has nothing to do with the case. He's just letting him say one thing after the other. Like, dog, this is bad. Hold up. Wait a minute.
You don't want to answer my question.
I do. Please ask another one.
Well, let me ask this one again so I can get an answer. Do you remember in your...
He's not objected to anything that he just said. He's just like, can we go to another question? I'd like to move. Because you just said a list of shit I ain't trying to address right now. He's not... Oh my God, they are cooked. They are cooked. Oh my God. This is where he won the jury over. He just listed all of that shit. And the attorney said, yeah, can we move to another question? Because you fucked me up on that one, big dog. You oh my God.
Your deposition, when I asked you, you have no reason to think these rumors about Brian Newland are true, do you? And you said, well, it's more entertaining if it's true, and I can make some money. Do you remember that?
No, I don't. That's a however long that deposition was. You can read the deposition and it tells you what I said.
Do you have a copy, another copy of that? Because I'll show it to you, and I can show you my copy. Refresh your recollection.
You know, refresh his recollection.
It's
Trees. You then use the
Thank you, Judge. If I can get it working here.
Your Honor, I would object to using the screen to refresh his recollection, not publishing it to the jury. If he wants to refresh his recollection, he can show him it and then ask him a question, much how we would do in criminal law with a police report. If an officer didn't remember, we wouldn't show the report, we would show it to the officer. He would refresh his memory by reading it, and then we'd re-ask the question.
So I just want to make sure what we in that madness, okay, in that 30 seconds of madness, Afroman was just listing off shit. No one said he was lying. I just want to point that out. No one said that he was lying. The judge didn't. No one on the prosecutorial team said that he was lying. The prosecutor giving the questions, you know what I'm saying, said didn't say he was lying. Nobody said Afroman was lying about any of that just now in a court of law. Just want to point that out. All right. Oh,
do it that way. Just make sure you think he reads it right. I'm just trying to get through the verbiage.
If Mr.
Just make sure you think he reads it right, otherwise I have to wrestle with you about whether he read it right.
Sure.
So just read it. And then if we want to move it as an exhibit, you can do that.
Remember your deposition being taken, Mr. Foreman, in your attorney's office on September 3rd, 2024.
I remember the deposition.
And that deposition was taken in DJ Osborne's office?
Yes, sir.
That's the same office that you used to film that video that we saw last night with the actor playing Lieutenant Lisa Phillips. And that actor was sitting in the same chair that Lisa Phillips sat in during her deposition, wasn't she?
Yeah, the actor played Lisa because like I wouldn't have known her if she hadn't came to my house and cut off my camera.
Yeah, right.
Right.
That's the office we're talking about, and that's the office where I took your deposition, right?
Yes, sir.
And in that deposition, I'm referring to page 84.
Okay, so when they're talking about Lisa, we're going to take a break from the actual trial because I want to show you the other pieces of satire, which he should have got sued for. If you go, don't sue him over the pound cake video because the pound cake video was light. All right, that was light work. All right. But we got to go over to the Lisa that he's referring to. Hold on. This is the video that they didn't sue him over. Okay, they sued him over the pound cake. He was making fun of the sheriff coming in, and he was staring hard at some pound cake when he came through and raided him. That's basically the whole song. Had clips of the raid and whatnot that happened to him. And then concert footage of people singing the song, but they sued him over that light work. But they didn't sue him over this. So just breaking this up real quick. This is the Lisa that they're talking about. Lisa, do you love me? Love me, girl. Yeah. Lisa, do you love me?
I want them all.
This is about to get real ignorant. I'm just letting y'all know.
Lick 'em low, Lisa. Came to town. She ate all the pussy all around. From Adams County to the 275. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Licking every pussy alive. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Lick 'em low, Lisa. Eat pussy like pizza.
All right.
Sometimes she moans, lick 'em low, Lisa.
When he released this? 7 days ago, like around still having the trial and shit. So I'm gonna let y'all watch this because I'm pretty much I think I've showed enough for YouTube to do away with my channel forever. Yeah, no, TVE, dog. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just listen, type in Lick'em Low Lisa, Afroman. Okay. I'm not playing all of this because let me tell you, I'm not sure if this is enough to get my channel taken down forever. I'm not certain, but I'm not trying to find out. So we gonna go back to the trial. But that's the Lisa that they're referring to, okay?
4 of the deposition. I had asked you about,
Object, he's testifying.
No, he's using the deposition to refresh his memory. He's doing it right, so sit down, please. Go ahead.
did I ask you this question and did you give me these answers, Mr. Foreman? Question, would it be fair to say these are rumors? Answer, you know, Stephanie said it, and you know, some other people that don't remember, you know, I'd be in a hurry in Walmart or something, they shake my hand, yeah, Brian used to do this, used to do that. Then something, I didn't know him, but this is what I've heard.
Okay, so I think I know what happened. Afroman got high before the deposition. Should not be a surprise to anybody. I think Afroman is sober here. I think this is a sober Afroman, but he got high at the deposition. This is what I'm pretty certain happened.
Question, you don't have any particular reason to think that it's true or not true, right? Answer, well, it's more entertaining if it is true, and I could probably make some money and capitalize on it if it's true.
What are the line numbers?
Starting with line 7 and ending with line 21.
All right.
Did I ask you those questions and you give me those answers?
I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But
But that's my question.
I've always
Thank you.
put Brian Newland next to his brother. So that's my basis, and I've always...
We noticed that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
your
so-
attorney's going to be able to ask you whatever questions he wants. Right now, I'd like you to focus on my questions, Mr. Foreman. You have no evidence that Brian Newland ever molested little boys, do you?
If you look at the picture, he's holding the little boy butt. It's too much for me. So if you just use your eyeballs, and then his brother's a convicted pedophile.
That's your evidence for posting that
Well,
pedophile stuff
Hey,
about
I'm just
little
trying
boys.
to figure out. I'm trying to figure out what kind of guy is kicking on my door. What kind of guy is walking around my house reading my bank statements? It's a dude. It's a dude that's possibly a pedophile, got a convicted pedophile brother, deputized by the sheriff, walking around possibly stealing my money. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on as I zoom in with my cameras. That's not the type of guy I don't think should be on the police force.
I'm going to refer you again to your deposition. If you don't trust my reading of it, I'm happy to give it to you, Mr. Foreman. But on page 98 of your deposition, on that same day, beginning at 9/11, did I ask you this question and did you give me this answer? And again, the only evidence, you don't have any evidence that Brian Newland is a pedophile or plays with little boys. Answer, no, sir. Did I ask you that question? Did you give me that answer?
I don't remember.
What are the line numbers?
Beginning with line 11, ending with line 14 on page 98.
So now they have to take time to refute the pedophilia argument and all of this instead of actually focusing on the facts of the case. You know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on the facts of the case. Because nothing in the videos, at least any of the videos I've seen, there might be a video I haven't seen, but nothing in the music videos have I seen anything about pedophilia or none of that. So we'll see.
You have no evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money, do you?
I know if she hadn't raided my house, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Nor a lawsuit or nothing. They never should have been at my house.
Since you're not going to answer my question, I'm going to go back to your deposition again, Mr. Foreman, page 102.
Your Honor, if I may, can I just enter a continuing objection so I don't have to object every time he does the deposition?
No, it's too important, so please be specific. Thank you.
So I would enter a notation of objection at this point. He is now testifying for the witness. He is no longer refreshing his recollection.
I'll be sensitive to that, so you can rephrase, and I'll sustain that. You made the conclusion you didn't have memory, so you've got to go back and fix that.
All right, Judge, I will. Thank you. Do you remember telling me in your deposition, Mr. Foreman, that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
Yeah, she cut off the cameras, but I didn't know who took them. I didn't know who took them. So, for as all the officers was a suspect at first, because I didn't know where. After the deposition, I realized that Brian Newland was in charge of the money, and I knew where to focus everything. But at first, all the cops was a suspect, especially after they cut off my cameras, and I couldn't see what they were doing.
All right. Well, so you don't remember? Is that what you're telling me?
I remember telling you that Lisa, probably didn't take my money, but I just didn't know. I just knew it was missing, and they cut off my cameras, so all of them were suspects until I figured it out.
So until you figured it out?
Until everybody figured it out.
And that's what's really suspect, because if it was a legal raid, if it was a legitimate raid, you know what I'm saying? You had the authority of a judge who issued the warrant for you to serve said warrant. If it was actually on the up and up, why would you feel the need to destroy his surveillance system in order to hide your actions from him? Right? Because it would have been the same shit if he was there or not. He wouldn't know what was going on if he was there at the time of the raid. But because y'all felt like cutting off his surveillance of your raid, it seems real shady. If you're there on the up and up and you're there for legitimate business, why would you destroy the surveillance of that? That would be better for y'all. It's like, look, the judge ordered this raid. They issued the warrant. We served the warrant. We conducted the raid. You know what I mean? You would want, as the people that are conducting this raid, this legal raid, you would want as much evidence as possible of that, so y'all wouldn't have any blowback after the fact. Just makes reasonable sense. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that y'all went out of your way to destroy his surveillance of the raid, something shady happened. I don't care if it was 400. I don't care if it was $4 or $400 or $400 or $400,000. Something shady going on. And $400 ended up missing. Y'all cut off my surveillance. What else was missing? I get high all the time. I'm probably not having a good account in a thing. They probably got more than the 400. They probably got more than the 400. He only knows about the 400 because someone told him about the 400, but it's probably more than 400 because he get high all the time. It's the because I got high guy. Come on, man.
Until it was solved of where the missing money was.
All right. So just to clear this up and move on, you admit that you don't have any evidence that Lisa Phillips stole your money?
No. But I know if she wasn't there in the first place, we wouldn't be having this conversation or be here.
And is it true that one of your big motivation, really, in making all of these posts is to make money?
To pay for the damage that they brought to my house under the circumstance that they shouldn't have even been there in the first place.
Okay. So the answer to my question is yes, your motivation was to make money?
To pay for the damages that they brought to my house under the circumstances that they shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Have you made?
Stand on business. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'm not going to answer how you want me to answer. I'm going to answer the way that I want to answer because I'm going to say what the real shit is.
Made enough yet to make up for it?
Not really. You know.
How much have you made on it?
I don't know exactly, but it wasn't hardly $24,000.
$24,000.
It wasn't that. It wasn't that.
You're still making money on today, right, with the new posts and advertisements and things?
It's
you get?
publicity.
You're still selling merchandise, aren't you?
No, publicity. Just me. Just everybody. You know, thanks to them bringing publicity to this, it's just you know, an opportunity to run numbers up and be an entertainer.
And the more lies, outrageous lies you tell about them, the more money you can make, right?
Fact, they never should have came to my house in the first place. Fact, if they hadn't have came to my house, they wouldn't have put themselves on the video camera and in my music career. All of this is their fact. All of this is their fault, and they have the audacity to sue me. These people and you are the predators and the victim at the same time.
So what they did, searching your house, gave you the right to do everything you
Under the circumstance that I got freedom of speech, after they run around my house with guns and kick down my door, I got the right to kick a can in my backyard, use my freedom of speech, turn my bad times into a good time. Yes, I do. And I think I'm a sport for doing so, because I don't go to their house, kick down their doors, flip them off on their surveillance cameras, then try to play the victim and sue them.
You were at Lisa
Talk your
Phillips'
shit.
deposition, correct?
Yes, sir.
In your lawyer's office.
Yes, sir.
Same office where you filmed part of that video last Friday.
Yes, sir.
And you saw how upset she was when she was answering your lawyer's questions about how this had affected her, right?
Yes, yes,
And you saw your attorney say, do we need to take a break?
yes,
And you saw her say, no, let's go on and get this over with.
yes, sir.
You saw all that.
Yes.
You knew she was upset.
Just like she knew I was upset when she was standing in front of my kids with an AR-15 with her hand around the trigger ready to shoot me. Just like she knew I was upset when she cut my cameras. But I'm not a person, she is. So I'm sorry for being a victim. Let's talk about the predators.
Okay. So you saw all that. You saw how upset she was. You heard the testimony about her children. You heard the testimony at the depositions about Randy Newland's daughter who came home upset. You heard all that. But you're still posting stuff about
Yeah,
it.
because I understand it was Randy's fault and all of their fault for coming in my house in the first place. So if they hadn't came to my house, their children wouldn't be saying nothing. None of this would be going home if they had did their research and did things right. So all of this is their fault. And now they want to sue me for their mistake.
Is there anything that could change your mind about what you're doing to these deputies?
Is there anything that can change my mind about the fact that they shouldn't have been at my house in the first place? Is there anything that can change my mind about how my money shouldn't have been touched in the first place? No.
That's all the questions I have. Thank you.
I bet
You're
it
welcome.
is with your sorry ass.
Do you want to continue, I'm sorry, Mr. Osborne, do you want to continue the direct examination of your client now?
Your Honor, I was going to actually ask for a sidebar so we can talk about that.
Okay, so let's just talk about it.
Okay, so I was actually going to not do cross with Mr. Foreman this time. I was going to hold off until our case in chief.
Yeah, I just offered you the chance to do that. So do you want to do your direct examination on your case in chief right now?
Not right now, Your Honor.
Like the pogo stick of witnesses up and down is what I was talking about. If he testifies on his own direct case, it could be now or it could be later. I just gave the lawyer a chance to do it now or later. He said later. So you'll likely see Mr. Foreman again. This was an examination on the plaintiff's case. You get a chance to hear his testimony on his case. There's your explanation. Thanks, Mr. Foreman. You can stand up and sit down.
So there will be another case. The Afroman will have his own case. All right, that he gonna lobby, and then they'll examine the facts that they present then there. It was just his time to be under the fire of the under prosecution, and they failed. They missed it by a mile. They missed it by a mile. So yeah.
The sheriff's never supposed to raid my house in the first place. The whole raid was a mistake. All of this is their fault. If they hadn't have wrongly raided my house, There would be no lawsuit. I would not know their names. They wouldn't be on my body. They wouldn't be on my home surveillance system. And there would be no songs, nothing. My money would still be intact, nothing. So all of this is their fault.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Where is, nope, not that one, not that one. Okay, and this is victory speech after the trial.
Period. You know what I'm saying? And you can't paint good, you can't paint bad. You know, you just look at the actions, and all the good people got to come together and just do the best you can when these things happen. And when bad things happen, you do your best and make it good. When life give you lemons, you make lemon pound cake.
You gonna stick around Adams County, or you gonna go to a different area?
No, I'm here. I'm home. If I go to a different area, I got to deal with a different police department kicking down my door, disconnecting my cameras and stealing my money. So my battle is won here. I think I'm gonna lay my head.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all.
Where'd you get the suit from? I gotta ask.
It's custom made. You know what I'm saying? I am the American dream. You know what I'm saying? I believe in the rags to riches story. I believe in the Cinderella story. I believe in the American dream. So, yeah, this suit stands for the freedom of speech and the American dream.
Knew it.
Amen.
Called
Praise
it.
God.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank y'all. Hey.
We're gonna run with
Everybody, come give me a big group hug. Come on. A big 80-person hug. Oh, yeah. Help warm you up.
Yeah, they mess with the wrong one, essentially. They mess with the wrong one. So that's what it is, man. Like, listen, I don't think Afroman did anything wrong. I think he's very much, you know what I'm saying? I hate the word victim. We need to come up with a new term. I don't want to call him the victim, right? You know what I'm saying? He was the person that was done wrong. I'm going to have to find a different word for it. You know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying? This was a victory for freedom of speech, because had they won, it would have set a legal precedent, right? That we can't say anything. We can't criticize law enforcement for when they mess up. We can't criticize crooked cops when they're clearly crooked. I really think that they were trying to make out with some money on them. And the fact that they were wrong in the raid and then they were defamed, you know what I'm saying? He did satire video on them. He put out lemon pound cake. It went viral. They were mad at that video. He could have went a lot harsher than the lemon pound cake video. The fact that, you know what I'm saying, they sued him over that light work versus y'all saw Look 'em Down Lisa. That's Lord Jesus. The fact that they sued over that light work, the light work that is the lemon pound cake video, to try to get money off of, you know what I'm saying, a musician that's doing quite well for himself, lets me know everything I need to know. You know what I'm saying? Wary observations, righteous discussions, unite people. It's the Word Up Podcast. I've been your host, OMNI, ETC, Omni, etc. All right. Replay gang, do your thing. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. Shout out to everybody that was in the building today from BTSI Show, DJ Witch Doctor, Cellulite Podcast, TBE Trucking, J Villa the Realist. Shout out to everybody, all the newcomers, all the new subscribers. Peace, love, health, wealth to you all. I'm hungry. And my food's at the door, so I got to go. Till next time. Wary observations.